never seen one trader who has been successful at both.
Wow.
Period.
No way.
Period.
Okay, so
That's a lie. People get this real false sense of, I can trade.
Like gambled.
Yes, you don't even know that you can't trade. You can trade it in a real way, but it's not real proof of somebody's skill. With anything that becomes more accessible, also makes it accessible for charlatans.
What's that?
someone who just like makes you believe something is real.
Full of shit, basically.
Yeah.
It's been around for hundreds of
My
years.
sister's-
That's okay for like a retail trader
Yeah.
or somebody who's trading with your own
But
capital.
not
But
professional.
if you step into like, if I did that now, I would have my phone blowing up with people going, the fuck's going on? Like
It's
what?
embarrassing. Got my money on the line here.
Definitely something that we need to talk about more on podcasts like this.
It's not as sexy as a YouTube video.
Yes, exactly. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on the Rise podcast with me, Mads.
And me, Katie.
And today's episode, we are taking it all the way back to almost 3 years ago when we were all kind of like blowing up on Twitter, prop trading was becoming a thing, and we started a business called FX Connect with me, Katie, and Kieran.
Yeah, baby. Old school, you know.
So long awaited.
No, literally.
We've been trying to get you for like a year now.
Trying to wrote me down.
Honestly, we started this podcast a year ago, and we
Is it
were
really?
like, yeah, a year ago,
Wow.
and we were like, Kieran has to come on the podcast.
Do you know what? It's sick to see you both as well. Like, I feel like you're both at home doing this.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? Like I think when I took a step back 2 years ago, was
Yeah.
it? You know, I was kind of like, they need me gone because there was like a weird dynamic. And I think now that I'm not a part of this, you can gel better. Do you know what I mean?
No, but you say that, but I feel like we actually needed a man to
No,
like
yeah,
keep us
yeah.
in check. And like obviously me and Mads had our differences at that time. Like we all had to do a bit of growing. Like you've now got like obviously a really good job and like you're doing something great, which we'll go into. But I feel like we've found what works. But I feel like we would have stayed, but I do feel like you were such a good like person in the mix. So
Yeah.
like, don't think we didn't need you because you was great.
Yeah, I just think now, like when I'm looking at you two sat there, like this probably isn't where I would have
Yeah.
gone. So,
I don't
like,
think we would have as a business though.
No,
It was
No,
just
it
like
was
a
completely
business.
different, wasn't it?
It's
Yeah.
like natural selection, but like it's sick to see that.
Thank you.
But I think it's so good as well. Like FX Connect was really like the start of all of our journeys. Like FX Connect put you in touch with like the people that you are doing a sick job. And that was our sponsor. Like that was our sponsor for FX Connect, and it was you that secured that sponsor for us. And now obviously you're doing your thing. Like
I'm on the
it's
other
so
side,
amazing. Yeah,
choosing the
literally.
sponsorships, yeah.
It's so amazing to see though. Like we all grew from FX Connect, and I think it's just so beautiful.
It feels like a lifetime ago.
Honestly.
I've lived in like 3 houses since then. So,
Oh my
so this is
God.
like old key, man.
That is crazy. So talk to us, like, what are you doing now?
Obviously, you know, I work at Darwinex, so I'm head of UK growth at Darwinex. I am a trader still. However, these days I'm fully systematic. So I build strategies, I build the algorithms for them, put them into a portfolio, manage the risk. I trade for investors through Darwinex and through like external connections as well. And that's kind of my life now, you know, aside from family and you know, everything else that goes with that. But that's business.
That is so
Do you prefer
cool.
it now because you're not on like social media as much now? And I feel like when you do post,
Can I
it's just
swear?
like
I can swear. Yeah, I fucking love it.
yeah.
I hate
Like, I wish I
social
could
media.
be you, but I love this business and I love what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time you do post, you're like, "Here's my track record," just to let you know
I'm
I'm still a
so-
trader.
Yeah.
So I did one yesterday, funnily enough, and I was like, how did I start? I think I said it's like the I don't know, the first post in a while, like first portfolio update in a while, because this is just a cesspool of idiots, and I've got no time. Like not one minute of my spare time is spent on social media because I just
Good.
can't stand it.
It's
I
very
see
fake.
why people do it. Like it's just not It's just not me.
And as well, I guess like you went on social media for a bit and it took you to where you needed to be. Like it aligned you in the right journey, in the right place. And you've made connections, you've met people. So it done what it needed to do in that moment. But now you're like, you don't need that. Like what you're doing, you're working on yourself and it's like bringing you more peace.
Yeah, I've always been like a grafter. Like I like getting my head down and working on something. I'm not that creative. And every time I've tried to do content, I just don't enjoy it. But I focus so much more on my trading and education. Like I'm studying for my IMC certificate and stuff like that. It's kind of like I've gone in a complete different direction now to what I ever thought I would do. But I love every second of it. I can't lie.
So what are you actually doing with Darwinex now?
So I do a lot of different things for Darwinex, but I guess you could sum my role up as finding the next best traders. Whether it be through me writing content that hopefully reaches new people, or whether it be me finding a new partner that brings new clients to Darwinex, or whether it's me speaking to some of our existing clients and helping them become better traders. I do so many different things.
That's sick. And you're like with real traders, real track records.
With real traders. And you know what? There is not many of them. Let me put it that way.
We did, I think I messaged you after we did the episode, but we did an episode with a girl who had a call with you. And we were like, oh my God, that's our friend. Carla.
Yeah. I actually saw her at an event recently as well.
Really?
Well, I say recently.
I was like, she's
September
in Thailand
last
now.
year. Yeah.
And she was literally bigging you up like how much you helped her on her journey.
Yeah.
It was, do you know what? We sat down for like an hour because if one of, like, I say my clients, but Darwinex's clients reaches out to me, I will always give them time. And I'll always sit on a call and have half an hour, however long it takes, just to see how they feel like things are going. Because I, as you know, I'm very like data orientated and analytical. So I'll take a look at their track record. I'll understand where they're at before going in and speaking to them. And then I'll listen to where they think they're at. And usually there's quite a bit of a disconnect. And I think she had that same problem. She was up here, but she felt down here. And it was basically an hour of me telling her, like, you need to check yourself because you've got something not many people have. Do you know what I mean?
That's so special. I feel like every trader needs that. They need like that. Like you can have your journal and you can have yourself and your thoughts, but to have an outsider look at your data and actually be like, no, this is what's working, this is what's not working. You need to sort yourself out. Like everyone needs that.
Trading like a longer term track record, let's say, is so different to, buying a prop challenge and trading a prop challenge, and like it's a different ball game entirely. Like some people don't like it, some people don't like trading prop firms. It's it's completely down to you, but there's virtually zero correlation with a trader's success trading funding companies' capital and trading a long-term track record. Virtually zero. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen one trader, like I've never seen one who has been successful at both.
Wow.
Period.
No way.
Period.
Okay, so
that's a lie. There's two people who come to my mind. There's a guy called Saro Trades. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's quite big on Twitter, or X. Sorry, Elon. And there's also somebody called Zenom Trader who
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's also. I don't think he's big, but he's around on X. They're the only two people who I can categorically say I've seen a load of payouts. I know that they've made money from prop firms, but they've also got a track record to back it up. And when I say track record, I don't just mean it has to be Darwinex, but it has to be something from a regulated broker, or a regulated company at least, or with somebody with the credentials to kind of go through and sign off on the track record. Not just the MyFX book with half the information shown or a TradeZeller. Like, oh
this
my God,
is what I was gonna
see.
This is what I wanted to ask you. This is like the main thing. How do people differentiate between what is a real track record and what is just a MyFX book made up track record?
So first things first, if you've got a track record, the information has to be publicly available. You can't fucking say, I've got a track record, but it's hidden behind paywalls or, you've got to DM me to find out. Like, so the information has to be there readily available for, you can see my record, either one of you. If you have the link, you can go and see it. It has to be with a reputable and therefore regulated company. If it's a CFD broker, then the CFD broker absolutely has to be regulated by a Tier A regulator. Otherwise, you already know, right? A broker can go in, historically change
Offshore.
transactions. Like it can be done. And Darwinex is also a broker, so I know it can be done. But of course, if you're regulated, you get audited on everything that you do. So those are the two main things, right? And of course, it has to be over a period of time. You can't put up a 1 month track record and then go, well, there
Give
you
me
go.
$1 million.
Yeah, like I'm done. There's so much bullshit around verification, and it's like it's so fucking simple to attach your account to a third party software. It's free to do. Like again, Darwinex, you can do it for free. MyFXbook, you can do it for free. You can get it professionally audited, which costs a lot of money. But I'm like, there's free options, and for somebody to sit there and go, yeah, but I live stream every day. Oh, fuck off. That doesn't mean anything. You live stream for 2 hours a day. What do you do for the other 22 hours a day?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, I show my accounts. How do we know that? How does anybody know that?
Yeah, I have like prop firm payouts and I have personal IG, but I don't have no like. Well, IG is, but I would say that it was more like aggressive, and there was me like making money, not making money, and then like now I have like long-term slow growth. Like I'm not here saying I've got like 50,000 in there, definitely not. I'm more like slow, but I feel like I want to start building something more like trusted, because who knows, like in the future maybe I want to work for like Barclays trading floor, and they're gonna need to see something professional, right? Like Darwinex.
Yeah, you're gonna need. Depends on the level of trading you want to get to. But if you're talking about like a professional floor, like a prop desk or something like that, you're going to need 2-3 years minimum of like good performance. And we're not talking like, oh yeah, she's made money. We're talking like, what's a sharp ratio,
growth.
what's a Kalmar, like all of these different ratios that are like institutional grade metrics that they're going to look at. And then funnily enough, before I came here, I did a podcast with a cap intro specialist, right? She's been doing it for 25 years. Absolute boss, like, and she's so knowledgeable. And part of the conversation was your record's kind of not even half of it. The rest of it, they're auditing you as a trader. Like they want to know how volatile are you? And when things go down, how will you deal with it? And it's all about relationship building, right? So you might be a good trader and still get rejected for capital because of how you are
as a person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Goat Funded Trader. With $17 million paid out to traders, they have positioned themselves as one of the most trusted prop firms in the space.
They offer MT5, holding over the weekends, and news trading is allowed. Traders have the flexibility to request payouts on demand.
For traders that want to get started immediately, instant funding is available with up to 100% profit split.
And with fast support and a clear set of rules, your trading stays where it needs to be, on your trading.
If you're serious about trading and want to be with a firm that supports your growth, click the link down below and get funded with Goat Funded Trader. So how important do you feel like it is for someone like me and Mads, where we're like, I don't know if I'm ever going to go on a trading floor, let's be honest, but I enjoy making some money. Do you feel like Darwinex or building a track record in general is important for someone like us?
It completely depends on your goals, right? Like I could sit here and say, well, everybody should have a record. I think everybody should. It's like that instant verification. And I'm like, why don't people do it? If you're selling a course, instant marketing.
Yeah.
But people won't do it. And I'll give you a million excuses as to why not, because, well, why not, right? But it completely depends on your goal. If you want trading to be a hobby, you don't need a track record, right? But you can't then teach somebody how to make trading a full-time career if you're only doing it as a hobby.
Yes.
You have to paint within the lines or stay within the lines that you paint. But if you wanted to do it as a career, then absolutely. And the sooner you start, the better.
I think it's hard as well because like people that are like new into trading, like they're not thinking about building a track record. They're not thinking that long term ahead unless you know someone, or you actually are trying to get into the business of like investing. Let's just not say like trading, like investing. People could see like a payout and they could be like, oh my God, like that's proof that they make money. But people don't understand that could be fake as well. Like that could literally be made to market the prop firm.
Yeah. And not even that, right? So I've spoken about this quite a few times. I think I probably bored Mads with this in the car back in the day.
Oh, but I miss our car journeys.
We'll have one later.
I know you've got later.
Can you call me as well so I can like listen?
But you have something like, it's kind of hypothetical, right? But let's say you bought 10 prop accounts, Okay, so you had $1 million, right? Your simulated equity is at 1 million. You got 10, 100Ks, etc. Let's say, for argument's sake, it's cost you $5,000. Now, if you blew 8 of those, you've lost 80K in your simulated equity with a max drawdown of 10K per account, right? You pass the other 2, which is, I don't know, 10, 15, 30K. So out of that 80K drawdown, you've now made 30K back and passed those 2 accounts. So you're 50K down, but you've now got a live account. If you then make 10K and take a 10K payout, you're up $5,000 on the investment and payout out. Do you follow?
Yeah. Takes me a long time, but I'm here.
So you put 5 in, but you've got 10 out. But your simulated equity curve is still down like 40, 50 grand from the original million. So there's a disconnect there, because have you been a successful trader, or have you just gamed the system in a way?
Yeah, like gambled. And as well, are you talking in sense of like how much you've put into buying the challenges
Yes.
as well? Okay,
Yeah. Which would have been the 5K.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you make a 10K payout, obviously you take the 5K back to be break even, then you're up $5,000.
Yeah.
But your simulated equity is down 40, 50K. So people get this real false sense of, oh, fuck, I can trade. Well, you can't, but you don't even know that you can't trade.
Yeah.
Because it's masked behind this
Yes.
convoluted, or artificial trading environment that's got all these rules that no real trading environment has.
Yep.
You can go to 0 or you can go to infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
So as soon as you start putting these fake levels, let's say, or these artificial levels of you need to make this much and you can pass a challenge, it just completely skews it, and it's not real trading.
Yeah.
You can trade it in a real way, but it's not real proof of somebody's skill.
So would you say that if someone does utilize a prop firm for that extra capital to get, obviously it's not real capital, but get a payout, then go and put money into a live account, is that what you would suggest to people?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I still trade funded accounts.
Yeah.
I still do, selfishly, because
Why
they're
not?
great.
Why not?
Yeah,
They're there, they're accessible.
It's one of those things. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
Right? It's the game is rigged, just like a casino is.
Yeah.
And why do you think prop firms are getting tighter and tighter on rules over time? There's only one reason for it, right? And we've seen it at Darwinex, the quality of traders. Let me rephrase that. I don't think the quality of traders has necessarily increased, but we've had some weird market conditions that's enabled traders to really overperform.
Well, as in they've got lucky.
Yes and no. I guess you could
making
argue.
new highs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
so
they've got to buy on gold, and then they've got a really good.
I don't know if you watch silver. Do you keep up to date with silver? So
don't even look at gold really. It's just because people talk about it.
Later, open up silver on the daily or weekly chart. And
It's the same as gold, isn't it?
No.
Is it not?
Silver's way more volatile than
Is
gold.
that what you traded?
I do trade
back
silver.
in the day. Oh, you still do?
I still do,
So I remember you saying you traded. I'm like, what?
I was long in
Never heard
silver
anyone say that.
all the way up. And then I actually got burnt on a silver trade. So I probably can't go into too many details because it's I was having private conversations with people about this. But essentially, silver hit a new all-time high, and all the liquidity providers just stopped quoting silver prices. This is probably going back end of last year. And I was actually in Madrid at the time. And one of the guys who works on our broker side of the business come in, and he looked like death. And I said, what's the matter? He's like, I've been up all night speaking to the LPs because no one's sending us through silver prices. Now, these liquidity providers are the ones who are quoting brokers' prices, right? Okay. And they're basically going, I'm not giving you any prices because I don't want to commit to that. Which then comes from the bank, right? Obviously, they're getting their pricing from central banks straight through to the prime broker, straight through to liquidity providers, through to the actual broker, like the CFD broker, Darwinex, Tick Mill, IC Markets, all those.
So that's a bit laggy anyway.
Yeah. And I got burnt on one of these silver positions because it tagged me, spread went massive. Imagine on euro dollar, 200 pips. Spread blew out. Quoted me at a price that was never hit, and I got absolutely ransacked on that trade. But it is what it is. I recovered. It's kind of is what it is. It was nothing to kill me, but brutal. But you just look at a silver chart; it's unreal. It looks like a meme coin.
And was that in your performance with your track record as well? So how did you feel?
Shit, horrible.
But is this this is one of these essentially you could call it a black swan event
Yeah,
Like
a
it's
mini
one of
one,
those.
yeah, yeah.
It's one of
Something
those
you can't
situations
avoid.
that you literally couldn't account for.
Yeah, like you can't back test that. You can't even forward test that, right? These
Yeah.
are things that are just completely like
Random.
completely random, yeah. And you know, spread, slippage, all of that sort of stuff. You can account for it, and it helps being systematic because I can artificially add spread and slippage to all of my trades when I test it, so I know what's going to happen if I get an average of 1 or 2 pip slippage on a position and stuff. But you can never really know, and you never know how to deal with a P&L when you see it and you're like, fuck, I should have lost $200 on that and I've lost $1,000. Like, you know, and I mean, I risk very low anyway, but it's
So burnt.
burns. Yeah,
What have you seen as like the most traded asset that people actually make money from?
none of them. No, it depends. As a discretionary trader, I don't know. I'll be honest. Probably gold, but the data is very, very skewed to the bull market,
Yeah.
like the bull rally that gold's had. It was a very, very easy market to trade, especially if you trade breakouts, right? You could have just fucking bought every high. You could have bought every all-time. In fact, me and one of my colleagues, Blaine, we built a strategy just to test it where it just buys all-time highs on gold, and it's so profitable. And we're like, fuck, like this is sick. And it
my
literally
gosh.
just like goes against everything I
I
ever
was literally just
believed
going to
in.
say it goes against the absolute epitome of being a trader.
Yeah.
Buy
Why
low,
would you buy an
sell high.
all-time high?
Why would you buy?
Well, so like for gold, basically, when it makes all-time highs, it just keeps pushing and pushing,
You
and
just
then one
trade the
day
breakout.
and then it just drops.
So as soon as it
So
breaks.
break and retest, essentially.
No, you're trading the break.
Oh, like the main high.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, not financial advice. We did very little stress testing into this. It was just like we had a thought. And we was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this will be fun to test. But it was profitable over a longer period. Literally, as it clips the high, just trade the breakout.
Oh
you
my
know, small stop,
gosh.
small target, boom, and away you go.
it
But
works.
feeding into what I was saying is like metals has just been incredibly easy to trade.
Yeah.
Incredibly easy. So people again get a full sense of you know, I'm a great trader, and then coming into February, like even I was getting smashed in February, and I come off. I think I did like 6% in January, so I was at like a high. I felt invincible. February, I got bent over and spanked every single day.
No
every
way.
single day. You know, but if you have edge, it's okay. If you don't have edge and you was just buying gold, you know, and it's going up, it's kind of like, yeah, it's a rude awakening.
It's shit though, isn't it? When you go through like that feeling of like you feel, I wouldn't even say like high on ego, but you just feel like you're doing so well and like you're performing well as a trader and like all your data's collected and it's going well. Because that happened to me. I had like 3 or 4 really, really good months, and then December, January, yeah,
It's humbling.
yeah, I was like, yeah, what am I doing? Because I've done so well, consistent payouts, and then I've just fucked myself because I'm now like, I can keep doing this, but then I got humbled.
Yeah, I don't envy you as a manual trader, like honestly, because I haven't pressed the button probably over a year now.
Really?
Yeah, and like I couldn't be happier. Like I'm
You trading
so,
bots?
yeah, but I hate word bots.
So
Yeah,
you
bots
made
is-
your system, didn't you?
Yeah, so my portfolio is kind of like a living, breathing thing. It's constantly updated. I'm always adding new strategies. I'm always looking for gaps, monitoring the risk, etc. But I think at the minute I have 35 strategies on there, which I've built and curated the portfolio
Wow,
around.
that's a lot.
Yeah, but they're all trading really low size, right? So it's
Okay.
nothing like, you know, you'd look at my P&L and you'd be like, oh, that's okay, you can manage with that. But then I look at the numbers and I'm like, yeah, but I know how much that actually
Yeah.
is relative,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But going back to what you asked about the assets, I think dollar yen is probably the most profitable asset for a systematic trader.
Yeah.
Like, if there's any algo or systematic traders watching this, trade dollar yen.
Literally,
It is the best.
Wow.
I was so like break even until I started trading UJ.
Yeah,
So
best
break
asset.
even. GJ, and then I needed to trade UJ, I think, because it was cleaner than GJ, and
Yeah.
then UJ transferred to US 30.
Yeah, start looking at breakouts on UJ.
Oh, shit.
Incredible.
I always go back to looking at you, Jay. And I
Incredible
never.
asset.
UJ's unreal. Like I do miss that, but I don't miss Forex. Like it just doesn't work for my day anymore.
I know what you mean.
Because you can trade at London session, you can trade at New York session, you can hold it through Asian session, like you can swing it, like it's so accessible to anyone. Like I do think UJ was the best Forex I ever traded.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think probably about 40%, maybe 50% now. Yeah, probably 40% of what I do is on UJ.
Really?
Out of 35 strategies,
I
yeah.
remember people used to look at me and be like, "You trade UJ," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"It
No,
works."
Phenomenal.
I did used to love you, Joe, as well, to be honest. I
Did
feel like
you?
every episode we have, I'm like, I pick up something of like
Should
what I
do
need to
that.
go back to.
I didn't know you traded UJ.
Yeah, but I think I get so stuck in just what I know, my GU, and I'm just like, I'm doing so well with
You
that
are
now
doing-
that I'm like scared to like deviate.
When something works, you shouldn't change it. But I don't know how you trade GU. Like, it just didn't work for me. But then maybe it just don't work for me, but it works for you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that,
yeah,
that is
yeah. That
normal.
is trading. That is trading. But I think it's really important. Like people just hearing you say, like you're trading with bots that you've created, but you're also like very much like, would you say institutional level now? Because I
No, so I think there's different levels. But
trading
I
levels,
don't think you are.
trading levels. That's I think.
No, so the way I would word it, so there's obviously like retail traders, which is everybody. You don't kind of escape that level. I don't think. There's then like a professional level, but you can be professional retail and professional institutional, and then there's like an institutional level. Institutional would be, trading with significant size in person at a desk. I wouldn't class somebody sitting in their boxes trading at home an institutional trader, right?
Okay.
Which is obviously what I do every day. However, I would say I'm a professional trader. I trade with a decent amount of capital, which isn't my own. So like I'm trading on behalf of other people. I treat it as a career. I'm not slinging it. I don't do
full port.
Yeah, I don't full port. I don't revenge trade. I don't do things that I shouldn't do because it's not my neck that's on the line, right? It's my investors. So yeah, I would say I'm probably at a professional level, but actually this week I've had a realization. So I would take it one step further. You have like 4 levels. You have, and I'm going to butcher this. You have unconsciously incompetent. I think it's the first one, which is like bottom barrel, which is you don't realize how bad you are.
Yeah.
Then you have consciously incompetent. So you actually know I'm bad at this, and it's going to get better, but at least you know. Then you have consciously competent, where you know that you're good at something. And then you have unconsciously competent, where you don't even know how good you are. And you kind of move through those tiers. I prefer using that as like a professional retail institutional.
Yeah, I like that.
But I thought I was consciously competent, but now I'm actually going back to I'm unconsciously incompetent, because there's so many things, like I've done so well over the past year, but there's so many things that I'm still yet to learn and experience. And I'm like, I can't cloud my growth with what I've done, if that makes sense. Like I have to realize that actually don't get carried away. Like there's still so much for you to learn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say that I'm in between 2 and 3 because I know that I am a good trader. I know that I have a good skill, but then when I spiral, I can revenge trade and I can like get in a bad mental habit and a bad cycle.
Yeah. See, and this is why I asked earlier, like, what level do you want to take this? Because that's okay for like a retail trader
Yeah.
or somebody who's trading with your own
But
capital.
not professional.
If you step into like if I did that now, I would have my phone blowing up with people going, "The fuck's going on? Like what?"
Embarrassing. You got my money on the line here.
Yeah, like and that puts me at risk because it damages my reputation. And so like I look at red P&L and I'm like, is what it is. We'll work harder, we'll come back. But I know how quickly things can turn around both ways. I know how quickly, a good week can turn into a bad week and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like I had a shit week to begin this week. Then today and yesterday it's been great. Yeah. And it's like how quickly that turns around that I'm just like, well, again, it's not my money, so
I think it's really, really important though to be aware because like, I could sit here and be like, I'm the best trader, but then I'm like lying because then I need to know that I need to grow in certain areas, and I feel like why am I going to sit here and like big myself up and then go in the bedroom and be like, oh damn, I shouldn't have took that extra trade when I told myself 1% today. Like all these little things. I think for someone that wants to take it further and actually like invest or grow a track record, you actually have to be aware of like your mistakes or you're never going to learn.
yeah. And I don't think there's such thing as like the best trader or I'm better than you or Mads is better than me or whatever. I think that's so you have to look at time periods, because if we looked at February, you might have been better than me. If we look at the past quarter, I might have been better than you. If we look at the past year, Mads might have smoked us both. I don't think you can say someone's the best trader or a better trader. And like somebody who does start saying that, it's like, yeah, you got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's embarrassing as well. Like, why are you like so bothered about trying to be in competition with like?
Katie, don't even get me started, man. Like,
Come on, let's get you started.
Isn't it? That's what we're here for. Let's get Kieran
I
started.
cannot stand going on any form of social media. The only people's content I will watch is like friends, right? So if like one of your, in fact, the reel that I posted on or commented on of yours, which was, I wasn't being arsey to you guys, but I was like saying my piece was like, that was the first thing I've ever commented on in like.
What was that? Was that the algorithm thing?
Yeah, the guy with the mask on,
right.
Saying that the market's ran by an
and
algorithm.
then I went back at him and you was like, yeah, Mads was right.
Yeah, and saying that he believes it's not buying and selling pressure. And I just said, okay, well, explain to me a quote-driven market. Like, so there's a market called SEAQ, right, which is driven by market makers.
Oh, he did say it's run by an algorithm, but you just said it's run by multiple.
No, he said it's like an algorithm, but
said,
I said there are algorithms. It's not like
multiple.
one singular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what he said was just factually, and this isn't me coming for him, but this is like factually incorrect information.
But it's ICT that's putting this information out there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
he is an ICT trader, and I think as well because of your position of where you are in your life now, you know all of this information.
Yeah.
Whereas like he might not know that because you don't have the knowledge of like someone that knows people.
I don't believe that, because this information is publicly available. Like you could go on.
But you never know what the truth is, though.
Oh, you do. You could go and speak to.
I'm like proper thick, and like, do you know how long it takes me to even understand like the little sum equation thing you were saying at the start? Like, I get what you're saying, but I need like visual. So like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, not everyone goes out of their way to look for information.
Yeah, but I think on the flip side to that, you're going out of the way to believe that there's an algorithm.
And to actually state
like, do your research first.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
right, yeah.
You're stating it as it's a fact.
Yeah.
But you haven't researched it.
And you're doing that based off of the commentary of one man, right? And his army, right? Okay. But if you speak to anybody who works in a professional environment, it's just not the case at all. You know, again, the example I used was the SEAQ market, which is a market in the UK for like low liquid stocks and bonds, and that is driven purely by quotes from market makers. There is no order book, right? Okay. How do you put an algorithm to tell a market maker who's a physical being to quote somebody a price?
Yeah.
And a market maker, when they quote you a price, they have to take that price. It's not they're trading against you. They quote you a price if you want to trade, and they have to take that trade if you take it. So it's a complete like fallacy, just a complete fallacy. And why do you think somebody like ICT would never sit in a table against somebody who works in the industry? Because he'd get absolutely rinsed. David Bell's tried a lot. PIQ, I had to explain to Ryan, you know, what ICT was and what he says.
I had that conversation with him as well.
And, you know, this guy was an actual market maker in Henry Hub, nat gas and crude oil.
He's done everything, hasn't he?
And, you know, you speak to him and he said to me, what's an ICT? And I was like, right, sit down a second. You know, and I told him the story and fell off his chair laughing. Like, you know, people believe this. And I'm like...
There's a whole
it's not just
army
people
of
believe
people.
it, yeah.
So what do you think of like ICT traders that actually are profitable?
I don't like the strategy doesn't bother me. Like it's not
That's my thing.
Not the strategy. Like I don't care how you trade. Yeah. Everything is one of the same anyway.
Yeah.
I build so many strategies. I could build something that uses a Bollinger Band breakout and something completely different, moving averages, and I can get the same entry. Everything is a repackaged version of something else, right? Or you know, does the same thing to a degree. I have no argument with that. What I have an argument with is the path that these traders, and it's not just ICT traders. I don't want to like say it is. It's the majority of traders who will start trading. 6 months in, go, right, here's a Discord, join, whether it's free or not, I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't be opening up a Discord and showing people how to trade, period, right? Yeah, the success of them, I wish everybody a successful trading career. But what I don't like is selling smoke and mirrors to newer traders online and getting them to believe something that is factually incorrect.
Like basically just like creating this system based off of like letters and whatnot, and just trying to make it something, and then also feeding people
I don't mind, like, because to me that's just you building a plan how you're going to execute. Like,
so what is it? Just the knowledge he's sharing notion, that's not knowledge.
Yeah. Right. The notion of like, you know, the market being priced by an algorithm, but then having a 30% strike rate, and you're like, well, already that is disproven, right? Yeah. Because you're wrong more than you're right. So, you know, but the strategy and how you trade, however convoluted you want to make it, doesn't affect me, doesn't affect my P&L, you know. So make it more convoluted, make it harder for yourself, because it pays other people.
If you've been watching the Rise podcast and you're ready to level up, then join the Rise community. It's our private space for traders, entrepreneurs, and people who want to level up and are ready for more. More growth, more accountability, and more connections with people who actually get it. Inside, we have live calls every single week, weekly chart breakdowns, and a network of people who are serious about their future. It's not just another community. The Rise community helps to build success and structure around your trading. Spaces are limited, so if you're ready to level up, then make sure you click the link below. Do you think social media has helped the trading industry, or do you think it's made it worse?
Nah, a bit of both, right? So it's made it more accessible and it's brought people together, and I absolutely think that's a good thing. But with anything that becomes more accessible, also makes it accessible for charlatans.
What's that?
Like somebody who sells a dream, or somebody charlatan.
Is that a W word?
No, charlatans like a mainstream word.
Charlatans.
It's been around for hundreds of years.
My sister's name.
Charlatan.
Charlotte.
No, charlatan.
No, charlatan is like someone who just like makes you believe something is real.
Full of shit, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Never ever heard that before, but yeah.
So anything that's more accessible also becomes more accessible to charlatans, and then charlatans will always find a way on how to take advantage of people, right? It's always been the same, no matter what level you're at. Like, look at Bernie Madoff, right? I had this conversation about him earlier. Do you know who Bernie Madoff is?
Trader Bernie.
I've heard of his name, but I don't know.
So he's like the original Ponzi scheme.
Oh.
Right? So that's what blew up in 2008, you know, where there was a significant amount of capital lost, and that's where the term Ponzi comes from.
Was that
pyramid scheme?
Wait, 2008. What?
So that was the Lehman Brothers crash in 2008.
Oh, okay.
But
I was thinking the Swiss
was
bank, but that wasn't that.
Kind of something separate. But Bernie Madoff was a fund manager who was taking investments from professional clients, like institutional clients, not like, you know, it wasn't a small scheme. And yeah, it was going in to pay out old investors. There was no trading or investing being done, and it blew up, and, you know, everybody lost money. And you go, well, surely these guys have been doing due diligence. And actually, Claudia, who I was speaking to earlier, the capital raiser, when we was talking about this, she said she had a conversation with somebody in 2008 who, you know, avoided getting involved in the Madoff pyramid scheme for her firm, because the person that she spoke to, their due diligence was, oh, well, they've done it, so we're going to buy in. And these are professional people, right, that we're talking about. And so charlatans will always exist. Social media has... I go off on a tangent and then I have to try and pull it back. Social media has just made it far easier for these guys to and made it far more creative as well, to be able to take advantage of people. Like, it's so
streaking
easy.
On the Super Bowl.
Yeah, don't even.
How
talk
creative
to me,
is that?
He's just a scumbag of the highest order.
No, literally. But you know what? I think we always say, like, we have to rate the marketing. Like,
absolutely,
the level of marketing that they like go into, like, that's insane.
Yeah, like, I mean, again, like I said earlier, I'm not that creative of a person, so I wouldn't think of doing that.
No?
But, like, you give the industry a bad name, you know, and there's people who are working non-stop and are so serious about this as a career, and that is not reflective of what these people do.
Anyone that says I trade Forex, they just instantly think scam.
Yeah, I
Because of
don't
people
say
like
that I
that.
trade anymore.
Huh?
Like, I don't tell people that I trade
No,
anymore.
when I see people and they're like, "What do you do?" I always say I invest, or I say I'm into IT because I just can't be bothered.
Into
ICT.
IT.
No, not ICT. I'm into IT because I sit and I edit and I'm on the laptop. I'm in IT. Yeah.
IT,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
To be fair,
funny.
I feel better now because I don't trade Forex. I don't say like I'm a Forex trader.
Yeah, Forex just has like this horrible connotation with it.
But it's weird because I feel like people know Forex as like the trading thing. Like if I said to someone, "Oh, I trade indices," they'd be like,
What's that?
Yeah. If you say I'm a Forex trader, they go, "Oh, is that stocks and shares thing?"
"Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah,
I just go, yeah, it is.
it's that.
Absolutely.
Yeah." No, I don't know. But what do you think about like stocks as well?
In terms of,
Like, do you think stocks is a good way for people to invest?
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I think if you look at the US economy, right, if that goes to zero, you got more to worry about than losing a bit of money. That means the whole financial landscape has collapsed. And so, and again, this isn't financial advice, but as far as like a safe bet goes, that's going to give you a decent return. I'm like the S&P 500 is probably
safe.
probably the best thing that. And to me, if you can't outperform the S&P, you should be investing in that and not trading.
Yeah.
Until at least you can go, well, yeah, categorically year on year, I outperform the S&P.
Yeah.
Unless you can leverage like capital, because that's the other thing is like you can only invest what capital you've got, but you can trade with other people's
Yeah.
money, right? But that to me is like trading is a cash spinner. It's not like a wealth generation.
Stocks is though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stocks is wealth.
Exactly. So like trading, you can spin cash, but if you spend that cash, guess what's
gone.
going to happen in 10 years?
Yeah.
You're going to have nothing. But if you invest that's where the real wealth generation or wealth preservation, I should say, comes in, you know, because, yeah, trading can come and go. And, like, I trade with a decent size AUM. So, you know, but if I have a bad month, guess what? I still don't get paid. Doesn't matter whether I'm trading 100K or a million or 10 mil. I still don't get paid.
What do you think about crypto?
I love crypto.
That's where you started, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what got me here, but I don't do much with it these days. I invest into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's about as far as I get involved. I've had highs and lows with crypto that I never want to go back to that place.
Yeah.
I remember watching your one of your podcasts that you was on, and you was talking about your story.
Yeah,
And it was about
I lost everything.
crypto, wasn't it?
So briefly touched on you being the head of UK growth at Darwinex. Talk to us about what Darwinex is, because I talk to a lot of traders and some know what Darwinex is, but most people don't know what Darwinex is. And I'm always like, well, if you're trading prop firms, you may as well trade Darwinex too, just to try and build that track record. But talk to us like, what is Darwinex and what is the difference between Darwinex and a standard prop firm?
Okay, so firstly, I don't think everybody should trade with Darwinex. Again, going
Is
back
that
to
so you don't have to look at the shit data?
No, I enjoy doing that because I see what doesn't work. I don't think everybody. Again, do you want it trading as a hobby or a side income, or do you want it as a career? Because if you want it as a career, absolutely. If you want it as a hobby, probably no point, right? You're not going to gain much from doing it. But in essence, Darwinex it's like a multifaceted company. We own a broker, we own a fund, we own an asset management company, we own a tech company. But that all comes into Darwinex.
Okay.
Right? So you would essentially trade with our broker or Darwinex Zero, which is a simulated version of, with the idea of building your track record over a long period of time. We basically give you a load of metrics into different things that you can take a look at, different variables that you could test or analyze for your own growth and progression. Through time, you would gain seed capital from Darwinex, and also then, if you're good enough, and it is a big if, you can reach investor capital. Because I see people go, oh yeah, Darwinex is the only place to go to get investor capital. I'm like, whoa. You have to jump through so many hoops first, right?
Yeah.
You have to be the trader that is worthwhile of getting investor capital. But Darwinex leads you there, right? And to my knowledge, I think there's Fundseeder and a couple of others, but they're quite small in comparison. But Darwinex is the only place where you can do this as a retail trader, again, sitting in your boxes at home, in a regulated way, be able to manage capital on behalf of investors.
I love that. I feel like Darwinex is just should be the thing.
It should be standard.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Standard.
If you want to be a trader and this is what you want as your career, I feel like everyone needs to have a Darwinex. Like, I feel like I'm gutted that I didn't start it when you did. So now I'm like, I'm starting this month because I know I want to teach people how to trade, but I don't want to be that person that's like, oh yeah, I'm a great trader and I can teach you how to trade, but I have nothing to back that up.
Yeah.
So for me now, I'm like, that's like what I need to do now is build that track record. Even though I've been in the industry for so many years and I've never ever wanted to.
What better way to market your
Exactly.
education? You know, I'm so not against educators. Like, I think they're great, respectively of their skill. You know, but what better way to market yourself when you go, well,
click this link. You can see my
like take a look.
Could I do Darwinex? You know what? Actually, I went on my MT4 and I was looking at switching my account, and then I was at Darwinex and I placed a trade on it just to see if it was still live, and then I got an email saying like, you've moved to the next thingy. But it was definitely in like drawdown. I didn't even know that it was like still a thing. I was like, oh, it must still be active.
Yeah,
do you think someone like
active.
me, because I took a US 30 trade on it, someone like me that only trades US 30, do you think I could do Darwinex?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyone that trades just one thing can do it.
Yeah, of course. Like, everybody is unique, right? The only problem that you'll have there, which is a maybe, is you might have capacity problems. Meaning you'll be limited by how much capital you can actually manage, right? Because going back to people like ICT, not every strategy is infinitely scalable. Like, it can't. I know my alpha cap is about 30 million. In its current state, I can't trade more than 30 million. If I do, my investors get fucked, right?
Oh.
And I'm trading 35 strategies. I'm trading multiple assets, including EU, UJ. I don't trade US 30. I used to. NASDAQ, S&P, like liquid assets. We're not talking like, stuff that's got 30 quid in the order book. We're talking like highly liquid assets, and I can only still trade with 30 million. So if you're coming on and you're trading just US 30, which is fairly liquid anyway, like, you probably shouldn't have a problem. But if you start scaling, you'll start to see a cap on what you can do.
So then what would you suggest? I'll trade like, I go back and add Forex in, or would you say that I trade like NQ or something as well?
Never change your strategy to suit anybody else.
Yeah.
Never. So like,
I couldn't imagine going back to Forex now. Like, I'm so like past it. I think I placed, aside to when we done a little challenge and I traded that GJ trade, I think I placed one GJ trade like a few weeks ago because I was like trying to learn how to trade NQ because I was too nearly max funded on Alpha, but you can't have 400k funded with
you can only trade 300k max one asset.
Yeah. And then
fucking stupid rule. I'm sorry, but what a fucking stupid rule. You've made money, but you've made it on one asset. Fuck off.
It's more strategy, so you can only have 300k of like a certain strategy. So obviously, if you're only trading one thing, then for the other 100k of like max allocation, then you have to trade something different.
So I was trying to learn NQ.
These fucking rules, man.
No, it's crazy. So I was trying to learn NQ, and then I was losing money because I didn't give myself time. Like US 30, I was like, I might not make money for a few months because I'm learning how to trade it. It's different to Forex. I've got to understand contracts and stuff like that. And then obviously gave myself a year to learn it, but I was making money, and then I was like losing money, making money, drawdown, and then I was like, I'll add NQ, and then I was like, I'm going through a losing streak right now. Like, US 30 is annoying me. NQ is not working. And then I was like, I'm just going to place one GJ trade. And I lost it. And I was like, yeah, Forex, I'm done. In the bin. I'm done with it.
Why did you add NQ?
Because of the alpha rule.
Okay. I was going to say.
But NQ is the driver of indices anyway. So I always look at it to be like, what can I see here that is going to affect US 30?
Yeah, I'd say the S&P is the driver.
Yeah.
Out the three, the US 30 is probably the least liquid. But yeah, I'd stick with one. I'd add something completely uncorrelated in. I wouldn't bother trading.
Yeah, I definitely want to just share something.
Yeah, that's such a stupid rule. I'm sorry, but even FTMO now, right? They'll probably come after me for this, but I don't really give shit.
The name.
I don't care. They So they've made a change now where if you're trading over 100k, you can't trade on swing accounts. They're now stopping you from being able to hold through news, hold overnight, hold over weekend.
But that was the whole point of the swing account.
It fucks my edge completely. So like I can adapt my portfolio to trade within those new parameters, but
luckily I haven't got. haven't had and haven't got FTMO swing, because my approach now to the trading is hold in the markets, like just hold for as long as I can. Like when I see my like analysis, the higher time frame long term trades, the swing trades, they always hit TP. It's when I'm trying to scalp, that's when I take the most losses.
Yeah, you know what to do then, don't you?
Yeah, obviously.
That's scalp.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, the FTMO thing blows my mind, because the fact that they're making those changes really worries me. Yeah, and I mean, I know the sort of margins these companies run on, and it's not great. Like, do you know what I mean? FTMO's made a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but when traders are making money hand over fist, and we saw that at Darwinex, granted we're nowhere near the size of FTMO, but the patterns are all the same. The people who are trading at Darwinex are doing the exact same things that people are doing at FTMO. You know, and if everyone's long gold, guess what's going to happen? You know, this is why they don't let you hold over weekends. This is why they're going to stop letting you hold over.
Do you think that is why this whole gold thing, like gold gapping insanely, oil gapping insanely?
I think so. So think about how big these markets are now, right? Compared to even 5-10 years ago, these markets are way bigger, and so there's a lot more money involved, and what you expect is the bigger a market gets, the less volatility it has. Now, I'm going to show you silver, because I don't think I've done it enough justice. This is a major asset, right? And the other day, I say the other day, it's probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, it was down over 30% on a Friday. One of the biggest assets in the world. It's probably not the biggest, or one of the
30% in a day.
30% in a day.
That's insane.
So,
whoever caught that short.
This is 2009, right? That's 2009.
Right.
Now scroll to the right. This is on the weekly.
It's off the chart.
and that's silver, right?
How do you trade that?
Breakouts. All-time highs, breakouts.
Okay.
But when that's happening, and you've got these companies who, you know, are managing insane amount of assets, and they're looking at that and going, well, the fuck do we do now? Like, you know, it shouldn't be moving in that way. It shouldn't be that volatile, but it is. You know, even they're panicking. Their risk managers are probably going nuts, let alone a Ponzi prop, you know.
Did JP Morgan have something to do with the silver and gold thing?
In terms of what way?
I saw something again, social media. I'm sure I saw something on social media that said JP Morgan had, I don't remember specifically what it was, but it was silver or gold, and they had something to do with the massive drop or something.
They probably offloaded some of their exposure.
I think that's probably what it was.
Which, so there's a lot of reporting that has to go on with these sort of like companies, like these large funds. They report everything, right? And so as soon as other institutional players get wind of what's happening, it's like, do you know who Strategy is? Do you know Michael Saylor is?
Strategy.
There's a company called Strategy, yeah.
Oh, no.
It used to be called MicroStrategy, owned by a guy called Michael Saylor, who they are the largest holder of Bitcoin these days. They're massive. He's been buying it for a few years. Now, this guy went bust in the tech boom. So in like the early 2000s, he did the exact same thing. He every penny he had, he put into, I don't even know what it was, went bust. He's rebuilt his fund. You know, they hold like billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. They are the biggest holder. And he has publicly been open about how bullish he is on Bitcoin for the past 5, 6, 7 years. The problem is he has to legally report any transactions that go on in his company. The moment that man says, we've offloaded some Bitcoin, even if it's not of a case of he's now not bullish, what do you think everybody else is going to do?
Yeah.
Sell it.
When they go, well, that man is holding the floor, you know, whatever level it is, because he just buys more and more and more. And what he's doing is he's creating a debt loop. So he's created synthetic contracts that basically take on debt, buy Bitcoin, refinance it, and it's like you can bet short options on Bitcoin, which then feeds their way of buying. It's like so convoluted, and at face value, you go, well, yeah, it's great while it's working, but if that starts to death spiral, that will really wreck markets. And we're talking like a market now that's what, 2 trillion?
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash.
So essentially, if he was to offload his Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
would that be detrimental to the Bitcoin market?
If he sold one Bitcoin, the whole market would go into uproar. Because
That's
he would have to
insane.
report it because it's on his balance sheet. So any company that owns Bitcoin or assets, you put it on your balance sheet. It depends on where which country your company is in. But I don't even know what the US reporting is like. But as soon as he reports that he sold or shifted any, doesn't matter if it's 1, 10, 100, people are going to go, oh. Why is he selling? Like, he's always said it's going up. Why is he selling? And I completely fucking lost track of where we were going with this. But I think it just shows the instability of markets, even, no matter how much money is in them and how finicky these guys are at the top. We go, oh yeah, they're professional, they're institutional, they're this, that, or the other. They make the same dumb mistakes that we make at the bottom.
I say this all the time.
They make but they luckily have people in place to stop them from losing everything.
There.
Yeah.
So basically, everyone needs a Kieran.
Kieran needs a Kieran. I just use code to be my Kieran.
But I think it's good. Obviously, most of our audience is retail traders. Well,
Yeah.
probably 99% of them. But I think it's nice for retail traders to hear from people like you, like who knows about the institutional level, who trades at a professional level. I think it's good for them to hear that you have your day. The bots that you've created have their day. The institutions have their day. We're all human who essentially are in these markets. So there are going to be times where we fuck things up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we have to figure out our own emotions and get through it. But there's never going to be a time where we have fully mastered our emotions. Would you say that is the case?
Yeah, I mean, even now, I look at my open P&L and I'm like, ooh, shall I close this? I'll look at pending orders and I'm like, I'm messing with my data. And to be fair, like, I do have manual oversight of my portfolio. It's fully algorithmic, like it executes fully algorithmic. But I will sometimes manually cut exposure if I feel like I'm executing a really poor position or if I'm over leveraged on a specific asset, because I have like a few strategies, let's say on gold or on dollar yen. If they all fire at the same time, I'm like, ooh, don't feel comfortable with that. But I like having the flexibility to go in and get involved. It served me well up until this point, but whether it'll serve me in the future, who knows? So, I don't feel like I'm nowhere near institutional level, right? I'm nowhere near that level. We're talking like I'm a baby of babies, but I have connections in these places. So I'm constantly having these conversations. And I think every retail trader should really try, and even if it's like getting a qualification or doing a bit of like professional studying, you would completely change your mindset on the industry. Completely change it.
I feel like that is definitely something that we need to talk about more on podcasts like this, because it is just all retail and no one really talks about.
It's not as sexy as a YouTube video.
Yes, exactly. About how to use trend lines and Fibonacci.
People don't really care. Like, that's the truth, because people want quick money and
don't give a shit
to be like. Investing and like even doing Darwinex is going to take a while to get that investor capital, but people need to take it more serious, especially if they actually see like longevity in trading. Like, why not utilize the professional route?
Yeah, well, it's because not everybody wants it.
Yeah,
or not everybody's cut out for it as well.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely weren't cut out for it, but I feel like now I probably could. But 2 years ago, like when we had Darwinex, I weren't taking it serious. I'm just like playing with it. Like when you get something and you're not ready, like there's just no point. Like you actually have to know like when the right time is. And the right time's now. So if you want to join Darwinex, then you know where to go.
If you want a career, hit me up.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish we had another 5 hours to yap on about.
You have, because you're taking me home.
We do. Oh my no, we
I'm gonna have to just go and get my AirPods and drop it in the car.
No, literally, so you can hear the conversation. But no, I'm actually really looking forward to our car journey. Fun fact, okay, of story time before I actually close out this episode. So there was one time me and Kieran were driving down the motorway, and Kieran was like, "Have you ever braked with your wait? Was it left foot?
You're right.
Oh my god, I've done that, and you literally do that.
Oh my goodness! So I was like, the motorway, like it was a clear motorway, it was safe to do, and I was like, stupid.
And you
And I almost
had a
sent
heavy
us-
left foot, yeah?
Yeah, I almost sent us through the
It
windscreen.
can't be that bad. Woo.
No, it's bad. I've actually done that. I've done that when
Yeah,
I've tried to
yeah.
tie my shoelace. Because you know, like when I'm in long car journeys, I'll put this leg up. Like I'll chill. When I used to do
'cause yours
Manchester
automatic,
drives,
isn't it?
I'll just do this. Oh wait, yours is manual.
Manual, I know, it's really
oh
sad.
my god, yeah. It's all
Yeah.
right. We'll get auto this year.
Yes, we're getting auto this year. But yeah, fun fact, me and Kieran have had some fun car journeys.
None of that today.
in our bespoke days. So we'll be doing that on the way back.
No
now.
left foot braking today.
Yeah, none of that. It's safe driving today. But no, thank you so much for coming on. This was so impromptu as well. Like, you were just like, are you in London? Yeah. I'm finishing at 4. Great. Get you on a 6.
Last minute, but
I
it worked.
gave you no time to prepare, did I really?
Literally,
That's why
but
it's
we
just
don't
been like a
need it.
conversation, yeah.
Literally, we
And
don't
we know
need
each
it.
other as well, and like we know what you do. And I think it's more interesting as well because like we haven't spoke in so long, so to actually hear it's like refreshing. It's like, oh my god, like you're doing so well. I'm really proud of you.
I'm
as
like
well.
I'm like a
Yeah,
different person
100%.
now.
You
to,
are, like you're
2
fully
years ago.
Aw.
business. You've always been a businessman, but you're like fully like business, investing,
And you're
all
getting
this
married this year.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in like
Kieran's
a
getting
couple of
married in
months.
Vegas.
Oh my god, congrats!
Yeah, going to the big US and tying the
Oh my
knot
god, that's so
in Vegas. Yeah,
cool.
I thought you knew this.
No,
You've had it planned for a long time.
Yeah.
No, didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know now.
No, but no, we're so proud of you.
I'm proud of
I
you
hope
too.
you have
as
a
well.
lovely wedding.
No, I'll be sick.
It'll be well good. Are you doing like all like the shows and all that type of stuff, or
I
is
have
it
no idea what we're doing. We're doing like a road trip across the US.
sick?
So we're in Vegas for like 5 days, but our family's all coming out to Vegas.
Oh,
I was going to
So,
say,
like-
is it just you off like family as well?
So like, Lozzie's mum and dad are coming with us for the road trip, and her sister. But then in Vegas, like all my family's coming as well.
that is
Oh, that's
so,
so
cute.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be so nice.
Yeah, it'll be sick. I can't fucking wait.
Oh.
Go Chicago, San Fran, LA, Vegas, and then Florida, and then we'll go
Oh,
home.
that's amazing. And this is why you do what you do and you work hard. because
Oh,
of
God,
moments
yeah.
like these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's really good. Proud of you.
Yes, but thank you so much for coming on. And we have to do part 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And Kieran is just going to be a regular, guys. Like, you're gonna have to get used to Kieran because he's our friend and he's probably
He's our
one
friend by
of
force.
the, he's our friend by force.
He's like,
And
like, am I?
he is like the closest person that we know who knows the real shit when it
Yeah.
comes to trading. So yeah,
So you
thank
make sure you subscribe if you want a part 2 and drop a comment down below saying
Yes.
part 2 because Kieran can spill the beans. We didn't even get there.
We didn't even
today.
get there. We didn't even get there.
Scratch the surface.
Kieran knows.
I have
Kieran
reviewed
knows.
thousands of track records at Darwinex, so I know all of you. I've seen all your records. I know who's good and not.
Wow.
Guess you
Wow.
guys are going to have to subscribe.
But no, thank you so much for coming on.
That's a pleasure. It's your boys signing out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.